Hi guys, and once again thank you very much for checking out my YouTube channel. This is Biscuits of Biscuits Total War, giving you a 2 versus 2 online commentary replay. This replay that I'm going to give to you today is actually being submitted by fellow YouTube player COH Piper. He's got his own YouTube channel. If you haven't already checked it out, please do. If you go on my homepage, on the right hand side you'll see a list of other YouTube channels to check out. Piper's got his channel up there. He puts up lots of 31K games, lots of Rome Total War games, so definitely please give it a check out and subscribe to his channel if you already haven't done so. So let's have a look. We're going to do a 2 versus 2 today. Piper has brought the Brutii Rome faction. As you can see, he has brought, pause it for 2 seconds, a fairly standard build. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Praetorian Cav, 2 archers, 1 legendary first cohort, and the rest urbans. And he's going to be going or playing alongside Heaven member Cornovii. Now he has brought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 armoured hoplites, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Spartans, or 10 Spartans. And then he's got 1 Greek Cav and then 1 General Cav. So it's a fairly different build for Greeks. Usually you tend to see more Spartans or more armoured hoplites, and definitely you tend to see a bunch of archers. So Cornovii hasn't brought any of those, so it'll be interesting to see how he gets along. He's going to be playing up against Galaecia's Wolves Galaecia, who's brought the Carthaginians, as you can see. And with the Carthaginians at 31k, they tend to dominate in infantry by just basically bringing sacred bands, and that's practically what Galaecia has done today. He's got 4 Jav Cav followed by 16 sacred bands. These Jav Cav aren't great Cav units, but they're good for harassing, good for chasing down archers. And then if we look at Zerberus, Zerberus has actually got practically the exact same build that Piper's got, but instead of having 1 legendary first cohort, he's brought an extra urban. So it's going to be fairly 50-50. Both teams got very similar builds, a pike faction supporting a Roman faction for both players. I haven't played some of these players in some time. I haven't actually played Cornovii in a few weeks, and I haven't played Wolves Galaecia in a while, so it'll be interesting to see who actually comes out as being the victor for this battle. Piper, he's a great CWB player and a great 31k player, and also so is Zerberus. Even though he's not in a clan, he's still actually quite a good player when it comes to 31k. If you do get a chance to play him, I say always give it a go. So in the opening gambits, all 4 players have got into archer range. Zerberus looks like he's going to be trying to shoot some of these Greek Cav that you can see. Galaecia has sent his Jav Cav around the sides to harass the enemy, and Cornovii, looking to support his ally, has peeled off 2 Spartans to basically guard this flank, probably to help push back any Cav, prevent any Cav strikes. So whilst this is going on, Galaecia is still left his guys behind Piper. He hasn't sent them forward. Looks like he's doing a lot of his micromanagement on this side of the battlefield, micromanaging his Jav Cav. Now that Cornovii's got his guys in range of Zerberus's archers, Zerberus is now opening fire. As you can see, they're shooting straight into these Cav units. And if you look at these Cav units, they don't actually have a shield, so they're going to be quite vulnerable against archer attack. As you can see, there's lost about 5 or 6 Cav units already. Whilst this is going on, Piper is using his archers, it looks like probably to shoot down Zerberus's archers. But it looks like Zerberus has only lost a couple of units, a couple of soldiers in his archer unit, so not taking too much in casualties. In the meantime, it looks like Cornovii sent 2 of his Spartans, they got in range within these two urbans, so it looks like they've thrown a few volleys of Peeler into the sides of these Spartans. Piper's playing quite defensively at the moment. As you can see, he's got his guys in Testudo, again to minimise the effect of the Peeler from these urbans. And over here you can see Piper's using his cav to try and push back these Jav cav that are harassing this wing. But whilst this is all going on, if you look over here, it looks like Galaecia hasn't noticed this, but his guys haven't put his pikes down. So by doing this, looks like Cornovii is going to get the upper hand here with this attack. He's charging all of his pikes in with their phalanxes down, and they should be able to munch through these sacred bands because they are not into a decent formation. But it looks like Galaecia has now noticed that. Now he's taking his guys into a phalanx formation, taking guard mode out, and they're probably going to try and punch forward. Now Cornovii hasn't bunched up all of his pikemen together. He's used some of his pikemen in a very deep formation to try and go into these urbans. Now it's probably going to be a bit of a mistake. He should have really concentrated all of his pikes in taking out these Carthaginians. Because he hasn't done that, the Carthaginians with guard mode out with their pikes down, they should be able to beat these units. If you can see here, it looks like because he's taken his guys out of guard mode, they become hard to control. Galaecia really needs to tap his backspace button to try and put his pikes down, because if his pikes aren't down, Sacred Bounds will use their ult attack, which is the sword, and that sword won't have any chance against these pike units. We're saying that Galaecia has managed to wrap around one of his Sacred Bands and is now attacking in the flank. So you can see bit by bit these Greeks are slowly going to get munched up. Over here it looks like the main engagement of Piper has now started against Zerberus. Zerberus' cav looks like they've tried to punch forward and try and rout some of Piper's units, but Piper's managed to come in with a counter charge, come in the back and cause a couple of units of Zerberus to rout. So it looks like Piper is beating Zerberus when it comes to the infantry battle, but when it comes to the pike battle, it looks like Galaecia is beating Cornovii. So it's still 50-50 at the moment. And also Cornovii has managed to peel off a couple of his pike units and intermingle them with his allies' urbans, which are going to be really good at knocking back these Praetorian cav. So it looks like Piper's going to get his guys back into another decent formation. It really is starting to wrap around Zerberus' units, but in the meantime it looks like Cornovii's units are pretty much nearly bitten the dust. There's only a couple of units left, and it looks like this clump of Sacred Bands is going to slowly munch forward. Again, as you can see, they've taken guard mode out, so they're going to attack quite aggressively. They're still fresh, they're still warmed up. The only problem is he does run the risk of clumping up all of his guys. He might want to try and put his guys into a better formation to prevent them from being surrounded. Meanwhile, on this flank here, looks like Piper is slowly finishing off Zerberus' infantry units. Zerberus still has a few units here which are still engaged. He's still got his general, which is going to be helping boost his morale with his units. But as you can see, Piper is slowly surrounding around the side here. Zerberus still has his archers, and looks like these archers are firing right into the back of Zerberus or Zerberus Carthage's units. Again, what Galaecia should probably do is take his guys out of ult attack and attack these guys here. Sorry, my mistake, you shouldn't be attacking them. I forgot they're actually working together, my mistake. should probably swing these guys around to attack Piper's Piper's archers. So Piper's slowly managed to surround all of these guys here. It looks like it could be a 2 versus 1 at this stage, as Cornovii is pretty much nearly knocked out. It looks like it's just a handful of Zerberus' units versus Piper's units. It looks like Piper's just waiting for their best time to charge. His cav, they are winded, they are getting a few shots from Zerberus' archers. But as you can see here, Galaecia is taking his guys out of guard mode. They've all now become clumped together. Now they're going to be very vulnerable against any surrounds. Even though they've got a lot of numbers on their side, they're all fresh, they're all steady. So Piper's going to do one cav charge into the back here. Now because all of these guys are so clumped up together, they're going to be really vulnerable against cav charges. And looks like Piper's taken full initiative of that, and he's managed to charge in and cause a few units to rout. He's pulling out his cav now. And it looks like Piper's getting ready for another cav charge at this stage. Just has to do one more cav charge right into the back of these sacred bands. And here it comes. This looks like it's going to be the knockout blow. In charge these Praetorian cav, as you can see here. Take a lot of damage from that cav charge, but with that cav charge you can see all of these banners now, the 10 white, they're now fleeing, they're panicking, and therefore they're now knocked out of the game. So well played of Piper there. He's managed to rout the last Carthaginian units there, a one foul swoop. It's just a case of now waiting for the other guys to admit defeat. There's very little that they can do at this stage. Zerberus has now been taken out, and looks like there's one or two Carthaginian units left, and now Galaecia has now admitted defeat. So it's an excellent game. I hope you guys enjoy that battle. Well played with Piper, well played Cornovii, Zerberus and Galaecia. If we look at the kills, Piper got in a magnificent 1,820 kills. Cornovii got in a decent 1,000 kills, as did Zerberus, and Galaecia got in 1,400 kills there. So really well played. Could have gone either way in that battle there. I really thought that Carthage and Zerberus were going to win that, especially when they started to munch up all of those Greek pikes from Cornovii. But looks like Piper managed to swing that battle around just in the last few moments to pull back that victory for their team. So I hope you guys enjoyed the battle. Thanks so much for checking out the video. Please guys, if you haven't already subbed to my channel, please do. And please do check out the other YouTube channels that I've got hosted on my homepage there. Elite Legionario, we've got Piper, as I've already mentioned, as well as Swedish Landsknecht. Some really great videos, great YouTube commentators to check out, so please do check them out if you do get a few moments. So this is Biscuits signing out, wishing you all the best, and thanks so much for your time today. Thanks for checking out my channel. All the best. Bye now.